RadioNOW 100.9's Indy Connection with Emily Metheny.
Hi, I'm Emily Metheny, your host. 2020 is just around the corner, but we have a few more holidays and a new year to celebrate before we get there. This week, I had the opportunity to talk with Amy Tobias, Chief Development Officer for INdyHumane. She gave me the details of some of the events coming up in the new year, including Mutt Strutt and the Society's 115 years of service in Indianapolis. And if you want to give a pet for a present, the best way to do it so it's the best fit for you and the pet.
Amy, can you tell us a little bit about what you do at INdyHumane?
Sure. As Chief Development Officer, my role is to raise more than $2 million to help support all the programs and services here at INdyHumane. So I have a large team of 7 that we do that for anywhere from special events to grants, individual corporations, individual donations, corporate contributions. We have a community awareness program, so all different ways to raise money to help support the shelter animals here at INdyHumane.
And what area does INdyHumane serve?
We serve all of Marion County and central Indiana. We help out some shelters all across the state through our Rescue Relief Program, where we receive food and toys that might be slightly damaged off the retail shelves, and then we redistribute it to shelters who might not have in their line items, money for food and toys like that. So we redistribute those items across the state.
Before we started, we were talking a little bit about some upcoming events, and one of the really exciting things is Mutt Strutt. It's open. The registration is now open,
yes.
Correct?
It is. We are so excited. Our Mutt Strutt 2020 registration just opened, so you can get online at IndyMuttStrut.org and register your team. It is a $40 registration fee, and then we ask that each participant raise $100, and then all the money raised at Mutt Strutt will go towards helping with our adoption programs, our behavior services, our foster care program, and it's a super fun time where you get to strut around the Indianapolis Motor Speedway track with your dog.
And then with Mutt Strutt, when is it this year?
It is Saturday, April 25th.
And it will be at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Yes, Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Was it there last year?
Yes, it was there last year, and nearly 3,500 participants with their dogs, and some cats too. Cats are more than welcome to come too. Joined us and walked around the track to help raise money for us.
Excellent. And before we get into 2020, you are doing a holiday drive right now, correct?
Yes, absolutely. So December is one of our largest months where we receive the most contributions, and we are currently having our holiday fund drive right now. You can visit IndyHumane.org/donate in order to make a contribution. And we use all the funds to fund all of our different programs and services here. December is a wonderful month to help give back to all the animals in need.
And you guys had a very good Giving Tuesday as well, right?
We did. We raised nearly $20,000 on Giving Tuesday, which was fabulous.
That's amazing.
Yes, it is. We really rely on. We have nearly 15,000 donors that we rely on each year that help make our organization a success. And 2019 has been going wonderful. We're going to adopt out close to 3,500 dogs this year.
Oh, that's amazing. And so you have the holiday drive, and people can donate online through the end of the year, right?
Yes, at any time, 24 hours a day, they can donate online, or, of course, they could send a check.
And where can they address that check to?
To 7929 North Michigan Road, Indianapolis 46268.
And then besides Mutt Strutt, what's coming up in the spring?
In 2020, we are actually launching our 115th year anniversary. So we are excited to celebrate all of 2020 and our 115th year anniversary. We have served the Indianapolis area since 1905. So we're a long-established nonprofit, and so in addition to Mutt Strutt, we have many events that we go to. We bring our pet awareness wagon. We call it the PAW, Pet Awareness Wagon, and we bring that to all sorts of community events, corporate parties, birthday parties, different walks throughout White River State Park and at the Indianapolis Indians, and we bring dogs and cats for the community to pet and look at which ones are available for adoption. Last year we visited more than 130 different locations, this year in 2019. So you can look for our paw everywhere throughout 2020, celebrating our 115th year anniversary.
And if someone wants you to come to an event, what's the best way to get paws out there?
There is actually a form online. If you go to INDYHumane.org and go under Get Involved, people can look for the Pet Awareness Wagon tab and submit a form to come out, have our wagon come out and see the dogs and cats and have learn more about INDYHumane.
Excellent. And then, because we are in the winter, what are some pet safety tips, like helping keep your pets safe during the winter? Because especially like today, it's already snowing.
Yes, just as the heat can take a toll on your pet's health, the extreme cold can also be a danger in various ways. Pets can get frostbite, they could fall on the ice, they could even get kind of damage on their paws from the salted sidewalks. So those are just a few things to be aware of. Make sure you wipe the paws off so they don't get skin irritations on their paws from the salt. Do not keep them outside for long periods of time. People use space heaters during the winter. Just be cognizant that the pets might be drawn to that, so make sure they're in places that can't get knocked over or things like that. But mostly keep your pets indoors and do not keep them out very long at all due to the possibility of getting frostbite.
If people are interested in investing in a pet, what are some things they should be looking for?
We actually have a couple ways to give an animal as a present, but we really have a counseling process that people have to go to before that they can be matched with the appropriate animal for their home. For example, certain dogs might only want to have a family that is home all during the day. Some dogs might do great and fine with other dogs and cats. Some dogs we might recommend that they're the only pet. So there really is a unique adoption customer service process to go through when adopting a pet. However, we do have gift cards, so if somebody decided that they wanted to pay for the adoption fee for somebody as a gift, they can come here and we can give them a gift card, and then the recipient can come and pick out their dog that they would love to give a forever home to.
That's amazing. That way it's still the right fit for the family.
Yes, exactly.
Excellent.
They get to have the choice, whether it's small or big.
Because you do have an application process that someone does need to go through.
Yes, and it would take about an hour and a half to come. They can come view all the dogs up for adoption, and then they go through a little counseling process to make sure that they're informed about the pet and its needs, and to make sure that is a right match for their home.
Excellent. I know there's the location out on North Michigan Road. Are there other INDYHumane locations around Indy?
Yes. So we have our main shelter where we do all of our adoptions through is at 7929 North Michigan Road. And we also have a low-cost vaccine clinic at that location on the north side Michigan Road. So anybody open it to the public can come get their dogs vaccinated here. At a very low cost, and then all the money goes back into our programs. We also have the INDYHumane Downtown Clinic on Holmes Avenue, and that is a low-cost spay-neuter clinic as well as a low-cost vaccination clinic. So in total, between the two locations, we serve more than 12,000 animals per year in terms of adopting, spay-neuter surgeries, and vaccinations administered.
And what are some of your programs?
We have a summer camp program for youth where we allow kids 8 to 14 come to summer camp. There's 4 different weeks, and it is an amazing experience for them to get hands-on experience with the cats and the dogs, and then we bring some exotic animals for fun and for them, and they learn about being kindness and accepting to all. And it's a really great experience for them. It's also a great experience for our teen counselors because they go through an extensive training, and then they often become some of our INDYHumane volunteers.
Excellent. And continuing on that thought, if someone wants to get involved with INDYHumane, what is the best way to do that?
Sure. Again, visiting our website, and if they would like to volunteer, they can click right on the volunteer tab. We have nearly 600 volunteers each year. We could not be as successful as we are without them at all. They're the equivalent of 30 full-time employees. They are here from 7 a.m. till 8 p.m. walking and taking care of the dogs.
Excellent. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, just come on by the shelter. We welcome you to come just take a look at all the kitties and puppies and dogs and cats, and we can show you how the ways you can get involved if you stop by. Visit our website, and don't forget to register for 2020 Mutt Strutt.
Excellent. And are you active on social media as well?
Absolutely. We have Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram handles.
And is that at IndyHumane?
At IndyHumane, yes.
Perfect. All right. Thank you so much, Amy, for joining me today.
Thank you so much.
Recently, I had a chance to talk with Mallory Duncan from INDOT. And with the holidays and New Year looming, I wanted to make sure that I got some good travel advice and learned a little bit about what INDOT does to prepare the roads for traveling during the winter season. Not only does Mallory tell me about some safety advice of traveling in the winter, she also gives me some details about some of the upcoming projects planned for 2020 and how INDOT works with different departments of public works in different cities to make sure all the roads are salted, plowed, and taken care of so traveling can be safe.
Mallory, can you tell us a little bit about what you do in your position with INDOT?
Sure. I'm the communications director in the Greenfield District. So INDOT has a number of districts around the state. The Greenfield District, it includes, or the East Central District, you'll see it both ways. It includes Marion County and out east, all the way to the Ohio border, all the way up Muncie, Kokomo, all those places up there, and then down along the 74 line just past Shelbyville. So I have a very large area. Yeah. We're all over the place, and it includes all of Marion County. So it kind of juts out around Indianapolis and 465.
Excellent. And so that's the service area for INDOT. And when it comes to INDOT, like that's the reach, that's the area you service, correct?
Just our district, but obviously we service the entire state of Indiana. Every single Hoosier is touched by INDOT. We try to keep the road safe for all of them.
And what are some of the projects you're currently working on?
So we are finishing up our Marion County winter damage maintenance plan, and we've executed this all over the state. Obviously, a lot of Hoosiers will have noticed that we did just a teeny bit of construction this year, mostly, in Marion County and on 465, 70, 65, 865, basically within the 465 loop. We did a lot of work. Most work in Marion County we've done since we built the interstate. So thank you for your patience with that, and we will see a long-term benefit and a short-term. Short-term will be this winter. You won't be driving in a bunch of potholes.
Yay!
Right, which is very exciting for a lot of people. So thank you for your patience and for bearing with us. I think the payoff will be come February, come March, when we usually see those potholes open up. We won't see as many.
Excellent. And speaking of next spring, already looking ahead, what projects do you have for next summer, like spring, summer year?
So there are some things that are obviously still being planned out. That's our construction season. Our construction season usually starts April, May, when we get that warm weather in Indiana. You never really know. Could be March. So whenever we can start, we obviously have I-69 coming in, so we're getting closer and closer to Marion County and into that East Central region of INDOT, and a lot of stuff will be going on with that. You'll see some demolition of trees, of different things around Marion County. We have some little projects out, on 31. We're starting some things on local roads, and obviously we have partnerships with cities to do local projects as well. So a lot going on, already planned. We plan every 5 years. That's usually how far out we're starting to plan. So
excellent. And kind of touching on the city side. So INDOT does work directly with the cities that it's working with.
We do. So we work with cities. For instance, this summer we worked a lot with DPW about projects they're doing so we aren't in the way. How can we alleviate some of these traffic issues on city streets? INDOT does not cover city streets. That's an important thing to note. But we do work with every city that we go through that we're changing something. Let's say a state road goes through their town or their city. Obviously, we work with them to find out what they want, what we can do, and make it a good relationship for both of us.
I've always wondered how it connects. So, okay, that's excellent to know. And so, unfortunately, thinking back to winter, which is here.
It's coming up, yep.
So what are some winter safety traveling tips for the highways?
Yeah, so the big thing is when it's snowing, when there's a chance of snow, look out for our plow trucks. They're hard to miss, they're huge, they're yellow, and they have a plow on them. And so you can't miss them, but give them some space. We've been talking, the past month, ever since we got our surprise first snow in October, to give them some space. The safest place to be near a plow is behind it, and give us about 50 to 100 feet. More is better. You don't want things flying off the truck like salt hitting the ground and then popping up on your car, so the more space you can give them, the better. We also don't want you to go around them on shoulders. You never know how much snow is going to be there, if there's ice there, and it could really endanger you, your passengers, and also the plow drivers as well. So give them space. Pass safely when you can. Be aware of the amount of time and distance it'll take to pass that truck safely. And let them do their job. Let them clear the roads and make the drive safer for everyone. Excellent.
And just out of curiosity, when it comes for the plows to be out, what's usually the rule of thumb when they end up going out? How much snow is there usually?
There is no rule of thumb. If there's something on the road or something coming, we want to get that off. We want that to be safe for drivers. Our goal is perfectly clear, dry pavement. That is the best condition in winter. Even though it's cold, we don't want anything on there. So we're constantly looking at the weather. We're looking at, right now, chances of frost. We have our trucks going out and brining the overpasses, the bridge decks. Those are the things that are freezing faster, and we're constantly monitoring pavement temperature. So you may think that there's nothing on the road, but if you see brine or if you see salt, that means something's coming, and we are trying to get the roads ready. So there could be plow trucks when it's perfectly sunny on a random Tuesday, but that's just because we're getting ready for something coming, and we want those roads to be clear.
And if someone wants to stay up to date with road conditions, what's going on? Where's the best place to find that?
So there are a number of different ways where you can stay up to date. If you follow us on social media, let's say you live in Indianapolis or in that area I talked about earlier, so east to the Ohio line. Follow us on Twitter. INDOT East Central, or INDOT East would be the Twitter handle. That's where you can find up-to-date information about how many trucks we have out, what we're doing, and kind of what we're looking at. On Facebook, it's INDOT East Central, so you can just search that as well. But also, we have our INDOT traffic program online. It's called CARS. So if you literally search INDOT CARS on Google, that'll pop right up. That'll show you traffic conditions, road conditions. You can look at pavement temperatures, things like that, in case you're really interested in pavement temperatures. So a rule of thumb for pavement temperatures also to think about is that's something we really focus on because it tells us when things could freeze on the road. And obviously, like I said, those bridge decks, those overpasses will freeze a lot faster. But that's what we're focused on. So even if it's, 35 degrees outside, maybe the road temperature is way higher because it's been warmer, or the road temperature could be way colder. So that is something also to think about. That's what we're looking at all winter long.
Okay, so even if I see the random plow trucks out at 2 p.m. on a Tuesday and it's sunny,
yes,
you're watching those road temperatures, making sure that it still stays completely safe and drivable.
Yes, correct. And looking to see, what can we put down that will help clear the roads the quickest.
I've never heard of this until I came closer to Indianapolis. What is the Hoosier Helper?
So our Hoosier Helper is sponsored by State Farm, and they are great. They have their huge trucks out there. They have everything in that truck you could ever need to keep you safe in your vehicle. And we could take a couple hints from them. You know, we're coming into winter. Maybe you need a couple tools in your car. Maybe you need a gas can, a blanket, a flashlight, things that you would really need if you were stuck on the side of the road, especially in cold Indiana temperatures during the winter. So they have everything in that vehicle. When you see that vehicle, you're also required to get over. So if they're on the side of the road helping someone out, change lanes, get over when it's safe, give them some room to really help out a fellow Hoosier.
Excellent. And what's the number to call the Hoosier Helper?
So the number to call the Hoosier Helper is the same if you see something on the roadway, if you need something with INDOT at all. It's our customer service number. And the easiest way to remember it is 855 INDOT 4, the number 4, the letter U. So 855 INDOT letter 4, number 4, letter U. And those numbers equate to 855-463-6848. So those that can really help you out. Or you can go to indot4u.com and you can fill out a request there.
Excellent. And is there anything, one more thing with the Hoosier Helper. What can they help with?
So they can help with a lot of different things, from changing a tire to maybe you need a little gas to get you, where you're going, if you run out on the side of the road. And also they are there for safety if an officer needs to come. They have lights on their vehicle. They have everything that can keep you safe while you're there, and hopefully people will give you space as well.
Excellent. And then those are my big questions. Is there anything else that I'm missing that you would like to touch on?
I don't think so. Just, stay safe on the roads this winter. Drive slow. We always say that, drive slow in construction, drive slow in the winter, but it truly does save lives. So give us space to plow the roads and make them as safe as possible for everyone. And if you do need something, use that INDOT4U number. We'd be happy to talk with you and help you out.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course.
Remember, while traveling this week and going up through the new year, you can check out road conditions and look for updates on at INDOT East on Twitter and at East Central on Facebook. The customer service line, which is also the Hoosier Helper line, is the same at 855 INDOT, the number 4, the letter U. Thank you for listening this week. If you have any questions or comments or any topics you want me to cover, you can reach me at Metheny, that's EMETHENY, at radio-1.com. Until then, have a great week and happy holidays.
Radio Now 100.9's Indy Connection with Emily Metheny.